my name is Lizzie from South Africa. I have come to testify of the goodness of God in my life. I just recently finished treatment for breast cancer, and I was asked to go for a scan. You know, when you do the whole thing, the surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, after like 3 months, they'll ask you to go for a CT scan to make sure that the treatment and everything worked, right? So I finished everything I was doing in June of this year. So 3 months later, in September, I was asked to go for a CT scan. So I went for the scan, and they saw something. They said, oh, that it's reoccurrence. Cancer has come back, but now it's not in your breast, it's at your back, you know, like a lesion at my back. But they have to do more testing, more imaging to know what, you know, the stage and whatever it was. So I have to go. I just did the CT scan, right? So I have to go for a PET scan. Of course, my world came crashing down, and I'm like, God, what I've gone through, you now want me to go through it again? I said, no. I said, this cannot be. I was devastated, you know, obviously. So I called up my mom and I gave her the news, and she told me, she said, my daughter, you calm down, don't worry. We're on the fire altar. We are praying. Nothing is going to happen to you. There will be no reoccurrence. It has happened and it has passed. It will not come back again. You know, she just gave me words of encouragement, and I held on to it. And my mom told me that, you know, you need to start praying on the, you know, fire altar on the NSPPD. So I decided in my heart that, you know what, I'm going to follow this up. And if God can do this for me, yes, I know that, yes, you know, God is with me. So that night I was sleeping, and I don't know if I was dreaming or something, but a word just came into my ears. Like, it said, the Egyptian you saw before, you will not see them again. So the next day, I tuned in on YouTube, and I started praying along with Pastor Jerry and the rest of them. And as I was praying, Pastor Jerry started talking about cancers, breast cancers, and he was like, that Egyptian you saw before, you will not see it again. You know, he just said it, and I'm like, the same word that I've been hearing in my ear overnight. I'm like, God, this is you. And I held on to that word. I held on to it, and I was praying. So last week, Tuesday, which is on the 17th of October, I went for the PET scan, and I did it, and I was given some disc, you know, to give my doctor, and they were going to send the remaining ones to my doctor, my oncologist. And when I got home that day, I ate, you know, I carried on with my life. So the next morning, on a Wednesday, which was on the 18th of October, I was supposed to go and see my doctor for the consultation and for them to interpret the results of the PET scan. But of course, before I went, I tuned into the fire altar and I prayed. I was praying, and Pastor Jerry mentioned something. He said, if you have any medical stuff, any medical reports, bring it out and put it on your device, alongside your device, you know. So I said, oh, I even have this. So I brought it out and I put it beside my device. So I didn't even know that it was 2. So in this second one, where it's red here, they wrote, database for radiation planning purposes. And I'm like, radiation planning purposes? Hey, which means they saw something, you know. I held my head like this, and I'm like, God, no, not again. This was not what you promised me. This was not what you promised me, you know. So I was just praying, I was crying, and as I was wailing and crying, Pastor Jerry was, you know, was praying as well. And I was telling God, I said, God, this was not what you promised me. This was not the word you gave to me. You said, the Egyptian I have seen before, I will not see it again. As I was saying it out loud, Pastor Jerry said it. That Egyptian you saw before, you will not see it again. And I said, amen, amen, amen. And I cleaned my eyes, I washed my face, and I'm like, yes, God has done it. There's no need crying, you know. So after the prayers and everything, I went to the doctor to see my oncologist. And she gave me the news. She's like, Elizabeth, congratulations. You know, the PET scan came back clear. Good news. There's nothing there. What they saw before in the CT scan, they can't see it anymore. And I'm like, hey, you know what you do, doctor? You print out everything. I want to see it. I want to carry my evidence. You know, she was laughing. She was like, congratulations. And I'm like, thank you. It's God that did it. So I'm here with my evidence. This is it. This is the result of the PET scan. They said from my brain to my toes, nothing was found. No lesion, no malignant tumor, nothing, no reoccurrence. no cancer spreading or what, nothing. Cancer free. And I just want to give God the glory. I want to give God the glory that God gave me that word and I held on to it, and I confirmed it through Pastor Jerry as well. And I want to thank God, and I want to also thank Pastor Jerry. The oil on your head will not run dry.